Hello, today we'll be reviewing Tap to Tag, submitting your tag for Fall 24 admissions. Today's overview will include, we will review the Transfer Admission Planner and the Tap to Tag submission. What is TAG, Transfer Admission Guarantee? 6 UC campuses offered guaranteed admission to California community college students who meet specific criteria. By participating in TAG, you will receive early review from some campuses such as UC Davis, UC Santa Cruz, and UC Merced, early admission notification from some campuses that will be released by November 15th. Campuses will provide guidance and major preparation, and academic counselors at Cabrillo will be able to review your academic record. Not all campuses participate in the TAG program, but the following campuses, Davis, Irvine, Merced, Riverside, Santa Barbara, and Santa Cruz all do participate. Students may apply for only one tag at one of the participating campuses, but not all majors are open for tag. Your tag major and your UC application to that campus must match. Students are still encouraged to apply to other UC campuses, such as UC Berkeley, UCLA, and San Diego, or multiple UCs during the regular admission cycle, which happens October 1st through November 30th. Who can apply for TAG? So California community college students who completed at least 30 semester UC transferable units at one or more California community colleges, and the last attendance was a regular session at community college. Students that are not eligible are students who are already received a bachelor's degree, students who previously enrolled at a UC campus and plan to re-enroll at that same campus, and dual enrollment students who are currently in high school. What are the TAG eligibility criteria? So to be eligible, students must have completed at least 30 transferable units through summer of 2023. You'll have to complete at least 60 UC transferable units through spring of 24, and the GPA requirements must be met during the time of application and maintained throughout this academic year. Some schools have selective majors which require certain classes to be in progress and a certain GPA in those classes for that major preparation. Some universities also require specific progress and completion in English and math. So most campuses want that first UC English and that UC math either done by summer or fall of this year. Additional details can be found on the campus website or on the Cabrillo TAG website. There are different GPA requirements depending on the university and different timelines in which you need to meet that. So for instance, UC Davis requires a 3.2 to a 3.5 depending on the major, and they are expecting that GPA to be completed by summer 23. If you do not have that GPA, don't worry, you are still eligible to apply for regular admissions. TAG GPAs are usually just a little bit more competitive, and all of those have a deadline of September 30th. Students are also required to meet the UC admission criteria. So by the end of spring, you should have 60 semester units, at least a 2.4 GPA, and like we said before, TAG GPAs are much more competitive, and have completed the 7-course pattern. The 7-course pattern is 2 English courses. For most of you, that's going to be English 1A or English 2 or Philosophy 49, 1 transfer level math course, and 4 courses chosen from at least 2 of the following subject areas: arts and humanities, social and behavioral science, and physical and biological sciences. A majority of the majors are going to have major preparation that is also going to need to be completed by the end of spring. Okay, before you get your tag started, what should you have with you? You should have all unofficial transcripts, so that includes Cabrillo and any other university or colleges or AP scores that you have received. You want to review the UC requirements and the tag requirements and identify one university that you are going to submit your tag to. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a UC transfer admission planner. Hopefully you've done so already, but if not, that's okay. You want to create an account, sign in, make sure that you're using credentials and an email that you are checking regularly, because this is how a lot of the campuses are going to communicate with you. You'll want to put in personal information and create your account. And this is going to be helpful when you're doing your UC application, because once you start your UC application, you can upload everything that you put in your tag into your UC application. There's 4 different areas: the About Me, academic history, transfer plan, messages that are received from the UC campuses and Cabrillo transfer services, and an opportunity to review your record. The first section, About Me, is going to have several demographic, personal information. You'll list any support programs that you're involved with. It'll also include primary language, residency information, whether you've been in foster care, your parents' level of education, household income, gender, race, and ethnicity. You'll also want to include your Cabrillo student ID number at the bottom. That is very important because that allows Cabrillo counselors to look up your student ID account and verify that you have entered the information in correctly. Your academic history. You'll need to list all high schools attended and the graduation date. You do not need to list the coursework. You'll want to list all colleges that you have attended, the dates you've attended, we were on the semester or quarter, Cabrillo is on the semester system, and if you plan to receive an associate degree by the end of your time here at Cabrillo. You need to enter in all coursework from all universities. So if you attended other colleges or a university prior, you cannot omit that information. It has to be a comprehensive overview, and that includes any AP or IB exams. Here's an example of what you'll put in for the schools attended: dates of attendance, degree, dates and deadlines. That's why it's so important to have your transcripts in front of you so that you're listing accurate time frames of when you attended those institutions. You now are going to enter all college and university courses. You need to enter your grades exactly how they appear on your transcript. So make sure that you include non-transferable courses such as Math 152, Comm 6, English 100. Any repeated grades, you'll need to put the actual grade, whether it was a W, D, or F. If you got an academic renewal, you're going to put AR. And you're going to include all courses that you're in progress with and you have planned for spring of 24. Most of your courses, those that are 1 through 99 and UC transferable taken at Cabrillo, will auto-populate. So make sure that you're searching thoroughly to make sure you're getting as many that auto-populate as possible. If you took any breaks, you'll need to explain, but if you were working or it was the summer between high school and college, you'll need to explain what you were doing at that time. They just want to make sure that you're not trying to hide any coursework. So to add the coursework, you'll select the term, select the school, type in the subject, you'll choose the course, and then you'll select the grade or whether you have it planned or in progress. If the course is not on the list, you'll want to do the Add It Now, which would be at the bottom of the list. That should only be for out-of-state, other four-year universities, or if it's non-transferable. Like I said before, most classes will auto-populate. You'll then enter your AP or IB scores. Make sure you enter the correct score and an estimate of the exam date and year. This is very important because a lot of you are using those units to get to 60 units, so make sure that you list everything. And if you did not get a 3 or above on the AP test, you don't need to list them, only classes that you got credit for. You'll then select the UC campus that you want to tag to. Remember, you can choose one UC campus and choose one major, your primary major, and that's how you submit your tag. Really important to check your messages because counselors will be messaging you if there's anything that you need to change, or UC campuses will be messaging you. This is also a great way for transfer services to keep you updated on what's going on with transfer, if there's a university rep, if there's a campus tour, or upcoming dates and deadlines. So please make sure that is connected to an email that you check regularly. So now that you watched this webinar, we hope that you start working on your application. We encourage you to attend a help session. We can review your tag in that help session and answer any questions you may have. Both academic counselors and support staff will be available. The deadline to submit your tag is September 30th. My advice to you, the sooner the better, so that counselors have time to review that and get back to you any feedback. Then you'll submit your application October 1st through November 30th. Even if you submit a tag, you still have to submit a general application during that time period. And in January, you will update your transfer academic update, or your TAU, with your fall grades and any changes to your spring schedule. That concludes our webinar for today. We hope to see you in a help session, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions at transfercenter@cabrillo.edu.